What is up, guys? Oh, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is up, guys? Welcome back to our video today we're gonna be interviewing our new guest. Before we start, we want to make Unknown Legends discuss about the entire podcast today.
What is up, guys? Welcome to the Friendship Squad podcast. My name is Zim. This is my brother Ishmael. And I just want to say, it's my great honor to have Ishmael's friend over here. Named is Bryce. Thanks for being with us. It's a real honor. So, today we'll be doing a podcast about how the coronavirus impacted us, or so what you guys could say, and how it impacted us on remote learning and more stuff, and how it changed your lifestyle.
All right. So the first question that we have for Bryce. Bryce Woodruff, do you want to introduce yourself before we get into the podcast?
Yes. Hello, audience or whatever. I'm Bryce. I'm a 10th grade student at a charter school. I've been a A's and B's student so far. I'm a good student in general. Just a good student in general.
Thank you for sharing with us. So the first question, who wants to ask? Do you want to ask or me?
Yeah, I think I should ask.
All right. So Unknown Legend is gonna ask the first question. You could choose out of these questions, and I hope you answer it honestly.
Oh, okay. So let me put the mic over here. Thank you. So I have one question for you. Let me pick one. So the first question is, how did the pandemic shift your life, and how did it impact you?
Honestly, how the pandemic. So when this Corona thing started, I was just like, it felt like a shock. Like it was like we had to stay home. We were on lockdown, 6 feet. You had to wear your mask everywhere. Like sometimes I kept forgetting to bring my mask with me, and then I had to go back to my house and get my mask back. It's just been like a new experience that I still don't feel like I'm used to. Cause every time I be leaving the house, I gotta leave the house. I'd be like, wait a minute, do I have my mask? Do I have this? Do I have this? It's just been a shock. And then in terms of school, I was when the pandemic happened, I am like the school adjusted. They were like they might shut down. I didn't know they were gonna shut down, so I went. Then it was like I didn't even know. Like I went on a regular day, just to talk to my friends and stuff. And then after I left, I didn't even know that was gonna be the last day I physically saw my friends. And then after that, my school announced that they were going to be on lockdown to April. And then once it was April, they extended it to end of the year. And then I felt bad because I was like, I didn't even get to talk to my friends more or have more experience like inside the school building. It just felt weird staying in the house all day, 24/7.
All right, thank you so much for sharing. So the next question goes to me, which is Ishmael. So the next question is about remote learning. So how would you how was your reaction to remote learning, and do you like remote learning? Can you describe your whole experience and thoughts about remote learning and education?
Remote learning. So when they started it, at first I was like, oh, how I do this? How I turn on my audio? How I turn on my face cam, what I need to do, where's my classes at, what time they start, all that in the beginning. Some people in my classes had technical difficulties, so they couldn't even log on to Zoom because of home circumstances or whatever, or internet circumstances. So and then seeing my teacher in their house and stuff, it just felt weird to me. Like it felt like he was supposed to be in like a classroom, like a regular classroom setting.
Yeah.
Remote learning, I haven't really felt like I took it seriously. Cause whenever it was like class, like at first, like for like class, the school was like you could either attend the class or not. So like I had like 7 classes, only attended like 2 of them. And the other classes I didn't really attend because they were like, you could attend if you need like help on that subject, which I didn't need help on that subject for that class. And
Yeah,
whenever I
so
showed up to my classes that I would show up to, there's only like 30 kids there. That's not even like, yeah, like 30 kids there. That's not even like a quarter of the like grade showing up. But whenever those classes happen, I'd just be on my phone or I'd be watching a video on
yeah, thank
YouTube.
you
Like I
for
didn't really.
sharing. So let's get our thoughts now. I think now it's time to agree and give our thoughts. So unknown legends, you have some thoughts?
Yeah. So, here, thank you, Bryce, for sharing your thoughts and idea, and I will resonate, and I'll also face the same thing that you face, like when remote learning like when the pandemic began and stuff, when school was shutting down, I was really confused, and it was really hard in remote learning, to be honest, because it's really hard. Like, you basically sheltering in some places in your house to just look at the computer screen for 8 or 7 or 8 hours, and like it's hard for me to focus on an environment that I live in.
So something that I want to share is remote learning is also hard for me because the workload is extremely heavy. Do you agree, Bryce?
Yes, agree. Because the work they give out sometimes it just be a lot, and I got other stuff to do in the house, so it's just I have to like micromanage my schedule.
Yeah, thank you for
And I'm
sharing.
trying to do that.
Yeah, thank you for sharing.
And
So,
can I give additional?
huh?
Can I give like an additional? No, I said can I give like an additional response?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I was like, and then the workload. I don't even think the teachers are really like considering like what the like only one teacher like really like considered the students like their home life because some of these teachers they're like they don't really like if a person like let's say misses a homework assignment they're not really like flexible. That's the thing too. Some of these teachers are not flexible at all during this pandemic, which is not helping the students at all. Because if you're not flexible, how are you gonna expect the students to be turning in their schoolwork and stuff? Because they don't even know what the students going through in their home life. They don't know if like a family member or a close friend died. Of theirs died because of corona, or they gotta like work because I also heard from like some articles that kids are dropping out of public schools in NYC because they gotta work for their families because their families don't have enough finance. Yeah, their families are going through like financial situations.
Thank you so much for sharing. So before I pass on to unknown legends, I just want to say thank you for sharing this piece of feedback or this piece of experience that you have. So basically, if you guys didn't hear him properly, that's correct. A lot of students are dropping out of school just to work because the coronavirus are raising a lot of unemployment. And now I don't know if you guys are familiar with unemployment money, but like
Basically, people are losing their jobs.
yeah, they're losing their jobs. So kids are now working and remote learning is negative. So coronavirus, second wave. We're gonna be getting to that point with Bryce. Stay tuned for the entire video. We're gonna talk about the coronavirus second wave. Before we get to that point, unknown legends, any thoughts?
Yeah. Thank you, Bryce, for sharing your idea, and also resonates with me because like I go to school and they give a lot of homework, and I have no time. Like, I feel like the teachers should like stop assigning homework because we have a lot of work to do, and seeing the computer screen too much time is not good for your eyes. Like, from my experiences, like I have like some type of eye problem. Like I have a pain in my eye. Like it's not good for my eye. Like I should do something physical, not just something online. So I agree with you that.
Thank you for sharing. So, last thing before we end the podcast, Bryce, can you? I don't know if you see the news, but if you do, can you keep talk? Can you talk a little bit more about COVID-19, round two, or wave
Second
two?
wave. Second wave.
Yeah, the second wave. Can you talk about the vaccine, and then last, can you
And the
talk about your
therapeutics.
and the message?
And also on the therapeutics, and yeah, also.
Yeah. So, can you give your message and thoughts about the virus wave number two?
Okay, so this second wave, from what I heard from the news so far, when me and my father watched the news, Biden is getting his team ready. He's trying to find a vaccine so that they can launch it. From what I heard, they're like the latest. I mean, the earliest they can launch this vaccine will be April of next year, 2021. But this like second wave, I think it's gonna have more depths in it because it's like winter, and we all know it's flu season. So and yeah, flu season, and it's cold outside. So if people not like wearing their masks, making sure they stay warm, stuff like that, um, it can really get out of hand because the symptoms for like the flu and the corona is like similar. So you don't know if you have the flu, you don't even know if you have corona, like you don't know. And then testing, in terms of like testing, trying to get like a test. I've seen the lines on the news, like people out in their cars waiting for a test and stuff, like for hours. So it's really excruciating. Um, and then as for like school, this second wave, um, I heard that NYC public schools had to shut down again because of the second wave. But my message for the audience, whoever watching this, would be just stay safe. If you're still a student, if you're a student watching this, make sure you turn in all your assignments. Communicate with your friends, teachers, because that's how I've been keeping up with like with school life with my friends. I've just been communicating with my friends, asking them if they're okay, talk about other topics that don't have to do with Corona, because Corona is just like the amount of deaths due to Corona has just been horrible. It's like horrific. But messages: stay safe. If you're a student, make sure you turn in your work, keep them grades up, and communicate. Communication is the key thing. Communicate, communicate, communicate.
Thank you so much for sharing your message. Last question before we end it. Do you have any last questions you want to ask my buddy
Um,
Bryce?
I have no questions for him, but I want to say something also.
All right, I got one. So Bryce, do you have any new hobbies that you developed during the pandemic? Any new hobbies or something?
I did do drawing for a bit, but I kind of stopped because I was like, school's just been like, honestly, like for this first quarter, I didn't do so well for the first half because I was just really lazy. I felt tired, like my back was hurting. I was just tired of being on Zoom. They online they call it Zoom fatigue on Google, Zoom fatigue. So I just been feeling that Zoom fatigue, but I was like, for the second half, I was like, I need to step it up. So I stepped it up. I was able to get a 3.9 GPA for my quarter one report card. I was summa cum laude. They had the ceremony today, so I was on summa cum laude for that. Um, yeah, so hobbies, drawing, but yeah, drawing and maybe playing video games.
All right, so we're ending right now. Just want to say, stay safe, wear your
And
mask,
I have a message.
and Unknown Legends have the final message before we say our goodbyes.
So my message about the second wave is be careful, be vigilant, be smart, because if you don't be smart, we will be end up in a place where obviously you guys gonna like obviously you'll be losing your life because like second wave is dangerous because when it's winter we call it when it's winter, right, it's a flu season, so we call it as a twin flu or something. So be vigilant and just be smart, because if you be smart then you would be safe.
Yeah, I totally agree. So Bryce, I think that is it.